Louisa Lennon, what is the meaning of life?
What is the meaning of life? More importantly, what is the meaning of your life? It can be quite a daunting thing and take quite a lot of courage to break from the norm, which I do not believe in at all, and that is to work, pay bills, work, pay bills, work, pay bills, and then die. The great psychologist Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "The opposite of courage in today's society is not cowardice, it is conformity." Can I say it again for you, Brittany? The opposite of courage in today's society is not cowardice, but conformity. Doing what everybody else is doing without knowing why, without knowing where you're going. It can take a lot of courage to start to live in your purpose. And for that reason, I've got 3 quick anecdotes that I'm going to use that may help you to answer this question for yourself of what is the meaning of your life. The first anecdote is actually a story that Simon Sinek tells about starting with why. And when he talks about starting with why, he says it's like riding a bicycle, where at first you have to spend all of your time and energy and focus on keeping on pedaling, maintaining enough speed so that you don't fall over. But with time, it becomes automatic. You're not focusing on that the entire time anymore. But what he says about starting with why is the celery test. So how the celery test works is you go into a dinner party and there are all these experts that know many amazing things. One person says to you, "Today, in this economy, you need to use M&Ms." Somebody else says rice milk. What you need is rice milk. Someone else says Kit Kat. It's all about the Kit Kat. And someone else says celery. You've got to use celery. So you go to the shops with all of this great advice and you spend a lot of time and a lot of money buying everything. You buy M&Ms, you buy rice milk, you buy Kit Kats, you buy celery. But when you start with why, and for instance, if your why is to be healthy, you know exactly which of those items you're going to buy. You spend less time and less money at the store, but also it's scalable. You knew as soon as I said to be healthy exactly which items we were going to be purchasing. That's the power of starting with your why. Whether you feel you need to determine your life's purpose or discover your life's purpose, it's fundamental to begin with why. The second story touches a little bit on that question. Do you determine your life's purpose or do you discover it? Is it predestined? Do you believe in destiny or do you have to forge your own path? I'm not going to answer this psychological question, philosophical question this evening, but I want to draw your attention to your experience of outsurance pointsmen. We've all seen those outsurance pointsmen that pay bills, work, pay bills, work, pay bills, and die. But sometimes you have to create that meaning for yourself. And the third anecdote that I want to get to, I hope you've all seen the movie Hacksaw Ridge, based on a true story. This man, his name is Jack Dawson, that joins the military at the time because he feels very strongly that he needs to be involved and help. But he refused because of religious reasons to pick up a gun. They laughed at him, he was almost court-martialed. He really had to fight to still go to the front lines without any form of protection. And there was one day and night on Hacksaw Ridge where they fought up at the top of this ridge, and then they retreated and left a lot of lying soldiers on the ground. And he went with the sole purpose of helping people and healing people. And he spent an entire 24 hours going into that battlefield without protection, without any allies, finding more and more fallen men and taking them to the edge of the ridge and lowering them down with a rope. His hands were absolutely torn, but his mantra was, "Please, God, help me find another one. Just one more. Just one more. Help me find another one." And he rescued, within that amount of time, something like 18 men, or 28. I wish that I actually double-checked that number. But it was a ridiculous amount for the amount of time that he was up there. The point is, your mantra. What is your mantra that you are saying to yourself from one situation to the next? I believe that if you start with why, your bigger picture, and have that vision for your life, you create your own meaning from day to day, and you have a mantra that leans into both of those things, your why and your day